How do you react when you hear in our debate, well, had only President Obama armed the Syrian rebels, had only we kept 10,000 people behind in Iraq, this disorder never would have emerged?
Yeah, well, part of it is just to look at the facts. With respect to Iraq, my predecessor, regardless of what you thought about the original decision to invade, I think through the heroic efforts of our military was able to pass on to the Iraqis a democratic system and a sovereign state. That democratic system and sovereign state, for reasons of politics that would be familiar to any politician here in the United States, decided it wasn't good politics to sign an agreement that would allow the United States troops to stay there.
In the middle of the Arab Spring.
In the middle of the Arab Spring. And the notion that somehow we could force them to do that ran contrary to the very objective that the Bush administration had laid out, which was Iraqis are going to make their own decisions. They squandered an opportunity. And I've been, I think, pretty clear about the fact that had the Shia majority seized the opportunity to reach out to the Sunnis and the Kurds in a more effective way, pass legislation like de-Baathification, that would have made a difference. I don't think that's can be disputed. The flip side of it is, if they had done exactly what they did, and we had had 10,000 troops there, that would not have prevented the kinds of problems that we've seen anyway. The difference would be we'd have 10,000 troops in the middle of this chaos as opposed to having a much more limited number.
The debate always tends to be about us, that everything that happens there is either because Barack Obama did or did not do something. And they actually have agency.
Well, this is something that the American people, I think, innately understand. Sometimes Washington doesn't understand. We are the sole superpower in the world, and we remain the one indispensable nation. There's no issue in which our leadership is not critical. But what the American people get, what our military understands, what anybody who's involved in these problems recognizes, is that we cannot do for them what they are unwilling to do for themselves. We can do it temporarily. That's essentially what the U.S. military did after 2006, 2007 in Iraq. Our military is so capable that if we put everything we have into it, we can keep a lid on a problem for a time. But for a society to function long term, the people themselves have to make decisions about how they're going to live together, how they're going to accommodate each other's interests, how they're going to compromise. When it comes to things like corruption, the people and their leaders have to hold themselves accountable for changing those cultures. When it comes to making investments in education and the next generation, they've got to decide this is more important than a Swiss bank account or more important than some big status building that they want to build. Those are all decisions that folks have to make. What we can do is to present to them a vision that would allow them to succeed. We can help them and partner with them every step of the way, but we can't do it for them.